vControl Pro from Nirink Software is a powerful iPad application that acts as a portable, seamless extension of your audio workstation. It provides multi-touch access to transport control, faders, panning, mute and solo, automation, plugins and much more. vControl now works with a host of media applications including Pro Tools, Logic Pro, Cubase and Final Cut Pro. We're going to take a look at an amazing new feature in vControl Pro called vWindow. Here is the vControl Pro iPad application, wirelessly controlling a Pro Tools session running on a Mac Pro. vControl also operates on Windows systems. If you select the multi-panel button, it defaults to the vWindow display and shows all the applications running on the Mac Pro. If you select Pro Tools, all the open windows in Pro Tools display as thumbnails in the list. Selecting the Avid Channel plugin brings up the window on the iPad and lets you use your finger to adjust the controls and the EQ and dynamics curves. It's extremely responsive and fast, so it feels like you're totally connected to the controls. Here is a guitar amp from Eleven, much easier to control than using a mouse, especially when you are holding a guitar or playing an instrument. You can also zoom in and move the window around to see it better and for more precise control. Not all plugins are designed for touch, so sometimes you need to zoom in. This button lets the plugin run in full screen mode, but you still have transport controls at the bottom, perfect for sitting away from your computer, playing an instrument or recording your vocal. You can show and hide the window at any time and still use the control surface. vWindow exactly mirrors the window in Pro Tools, so you can navigate to any track and any insert. You can also select other presets. vWindow lets you control these plugins using their natural user interface, rather than rows of knobs and page tables like you have on other control surfaces. vWindow isn't just for controlling plugins. Here is a surround panner. The panner window is open. A perfect example of how touch access gives a more natural way of adjusting the position of a track in the surround field. This is very responsive. Check out the Pro Tools window on the right and see how well it matches finger position. The iPad redraw lags slightly behind, but the actual control is immediate. You can select any track in the session, and because the surround window is open, control switches to whatever track is selected. Fast and simple to use and very intuitive. Another Pro Tools window that's very useful to control is the automation window. If it's open, then it appears in the vWindow thumbnail list and lets you select all the various modes, including preview mode, literally at the touch of a button, a virtual button. These are not available in many control surface protocols, but vWindow gives you that access. Remember, vWindow doesn't use any DAW control protocols as it has direct access to any open windows on the Mac or Windows computer. This means you can use the Pro Tools Surround Panner, for example, even if you're using a control surface such as Icon. Set the iPad on the console and you have touchscreen Surround Panner at your fingertips. You can also select the edit window and do things like create a new playlist, which when you're recording is very useful. This is Metric Halo's MIO console. So you select it from the vControl MIO console skin, and in vWindow you can see their full monitor controller. Just use your fingers to adjust the controls. Now let's take a look in Logic Pro. Here I have a virtual instrument, Logic EVB3 tone wheel organ. With vWindow, it's easy to adjust the parameters, the drawbars. You're touching the actual instrument just as if you had the real hardware instrument in front of you. It's perfect to have right next to your MIDI keyboard for the ultimate in control. You can look at the drop-down menus as well, so you can see the other inserts in the channel, such as the EQ, and you have touch control of the EQ curve all in real time. If you click on the multi-panel button, you see all the open applications running on the computer, including the desktop. So you can select and use touch control to control any application. It's not just restricted to Logic Pro. Apogee's Maestro is open, so you can adjust the Duet interface controls right from the iPad. vWindow is available in the latest version of Nirynx vControl Pro and adds a completely new dimension to controlling your favourite media applications. Most importantly, it's a fraction of the price of hardware controllers. Check out vControl Pro on the Nirynx website and visit the Apple Store to download your copy.